Well. The 2008 SL550 has sold. And you won't believe who bought it. I'll tell you that side of the story here in a little bit. But yeah, this is a beautiful car. And it took about 30 days for it to sell because I was asking, I think, $18,000 for it. I knew I was asking top dollar for it. Reason being, it's a perfect condition SL550. It doesn't need anything. ABC works. It only has 60,000 miles on it. It's a nice car. Yeah. So this owner has not driven this car, but more than like 50 miles since a year ago when I did the last service on it. So yeah, that came up, but that doesn't really mean anything. Let's see here. I have 283 days. That doesn't even make sense. Maybe it's been a year and a half since I did this car. Whatever. But this is a very nice car, though. It doesn't need anything. It drives very nice. It's still on ABC. The purchaser of this vehicle is a longtime friend of mine who actually bought a SL500 recently. That's right. He is the customer of mine who I've converted 2 of his SLs over to Silver's Neomax adjustable coilovers. And so now he bought this one, and at some point he's going to convert this one too. Why would you buy a perfect condition SL550 and convert it to adjustable coilovers? Well, it's because he is very experienced with these SLs and he already knows what's coming down the pipe. He already knows what's going to eventually happen. He's very aware of what is going to happen to the ABC system when it happens. It's going to fail. And it could be a simple failure. It could be a complex, very expensive failure. He's not getting on his hands and knees or on his back and fixing his car himself. And when you pay somebody else to fix your car, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Unless you have a friend that owes you something, but still. It's very costly whenever you get a shop or a third party involved, or a second party, I guess, involved in the repair of your ABC. If you can't do it yourself, it's very unreasonably priced. Some parts are impossible to find. You have to buy remanufactured or used parts because they no longer make the ABC pump. No, Mercedes does not sell a brand new OEM ABC pump anymore. So you have to buy them remanufactured. Order them from China. It may work, may not work. I've dealt with both situations where you buy a brand new pump from China and it doesn't work. Remanufactured pumps, I've seen those not work. If it's the line, that might be an easy fix or it might be a complicated, expensive fix. If it's the struts, you could buy used struts. You can buy brand new struts. You go to R-Knot, buy them. You go to RMT, you buy them. There's still cost associated with it. And it might just be a part of the problem. It might not be the whole problem. Oftentimes, the can kind of gets kicked down the road and you replace one part, but it's another part, or it's another part that led to another part, which led to the part that you found to be faulty, you see? The weakest link is what you experience, but there's other issues that led to that weakest link being compromised or broken or busted. He just ran that light. Anyhow, you see, we have to do what is best for us as a owner of an SL, whatever it is. If it's keeping ABC, if you're able to do the repairs yourself and save money, good deal. If you want to get ahead of it and replace it before it fails, good deal. If you are experiencing failure and you just want to go ahead and get rid of it, good deal. I talk to every kind of customer. I talk to every kind of customer who wants to do everything that I mentioned. And I'm here to support you no matter what it is that you want to do. I'm here to educate you no matter what it is that you want to do. I know how to fix ABC, maintain ABC, and definitely get rid of ABC. So this new owner, he already bought the car. I'm about to clean it up for him and meet up with him at the title bureau. He's going to keep it on ABC for a little bit, and then he's going to convert it. So this is, again, somebody who I know very well, who I deal with, who I help all the time, who's very familiar with the Mercedes SL. He obviously has the means to take care of it, but he decides to get rid of it every time. And I respect that as well. All right, here it is. Now, here goes the buyer of the 2008. You ever seen him before? Look at him close. Yeah, you know who he is. Yeah. Now, this was the one that, well, he still owns this one, but this was his SL that he traded for the Porsche. Remember, because you went from a Porsche a long time ago to a SL, back to a Porsche, then an SL. So it was this one, right? Well, he still has this one, and he's not selling it for now. Instead, what we're doing is we're switching out these wheels, which you see, these beautiful wheels right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And he's putting those onto his new possession, all right? The 08 SL550. And this is how it looks, beautiful, all right? So the AMG wheels that were on this one are still on the driver's side. It looks great, but that side looks better. So now we're taking these wheels and put them on SL500, silver. And guess what? It looks better on this car. Yeah, looks better on this car. So your new wheels, those are 19s, right?
Those are 19.
Okay. All right. So it's a real good look. This right here really looks like it was made for this car because of the silver. Silver is a classic Mercedes look, so they're silver AMG wheels. They look like they're the same color silver. They look perfect on here. They look perfect on here. It looks better on the silver car than the blue. Now these wheels look better on the blue because now they stand out because the chrome lip stands out. The silver accents match the silver here, and that chrome matches. Look at that, those fog lights.
Yes.
See, and then that grille is the silver and the chrome, and that's a beautiful factory grille.
It is.
So it all comes together perfectly. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I'm definitely not changing out that grille. I'm keeping that one.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
It looks good. Yes.
The perfect silver on top of this dark blue.
Yeah.
Matches everything. Everything looks perfect.
And the grille brings both in.
Yeah.
The gray and the chrome. Yes.
Yeah. The wheels, they're deep in the back. You can see the difference. Slightly concave, deep concave in the back. Looks good. Those are some pricey wheels, man. You can see the difference though, right here, side by side, what it looks like on this car and what it looks like on this car. Yeah. Well done. Okay. I love it. Already has the tinted windows, so he's saving money there. This is tinted. I don't know. Might want to keep this one. That looks good too.
Yeah, it does.
Is there a problem having two SLs?
No.
Nope. I love it. So we're about to go ahead and finish up this work. Congratulations on your new SL550. Okay, see, I'm driving behind this SL550. This is the one that I just sold to a customer of mine. We have history. He's a good friend of mine, not just a customer, not just a client, but a friend of mine. Now, this 2008 SL550 that you're seeing is still on active body control suspension, the original ABC suspension. And it drives good, it handles good. I wouldn't say absolutely perfect, even though this is a low mileage, 60,000 mile SL550. It has ABC that's been well cared for. ABC is not an absolutely perfect ride. you still feel the bumps. You still feel the roll. It does keep the body flat, you know, no body roll. It does raise up and down, no problem. It does handle very well. I can't say that there is absolutely any absolute perfect suspension that isolates you 100% from the road. You will feel the road, even with ABC. All right? It's inevitable. Now, I'm saying this to say that along with that ABC, you do have a measure of uncertainty. You do worry, you do fear, you do stress whenever you hit a real bad spot on the road, because you don't know if this is going to be it. If this is going to be the catastrophic failure that everybody is experiencing with their ABC, their hydraulic fluid suspension. So you are a bit on edge. I was driving that car around for the last few days before it got sold, just to make sure everything was good with it. And I can tell you 100% that ABC does feel good, but with that comes fear, comes anxiety. You know it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Now, if you're the original purchaser of the car, and this is a 2008, so if it was 2008, 2009, a few years after the original, manufacturing date, basically what I'm trying to say is this car was new. If the car was new, then you wouldn't be having this type of anxiety, because the car has failing suspension, not because of the mileage, it's because of the age of the vehicle. 2008, it's 2026. The car is 18 years old. Because of that, the suspension is compromised. It will fail. Like anything else, over time, it will fail. And when it fails, that's when the depression kicks in, because you have this low mileage, beautifully well-maintained vehicle, and you can't understand why the ABC suspension failed. It's because it will. It's just what it is. It's what it does. And when it does, you'll be pissed off and you'll be inconvenienced, because it's never going to happen at the right time when you're already at home in the driveway and you park the car. It's going to happen while you're out and about. It's going to happen when you're about to leave. No, it can happen at any given time, right? It just seems to happen at the most inconvenient times. So again, it's not because of the low mileage, but it's because of the age. Now, I'm driving this right here. This owner, the one who just bought my vehicle, this is his other Mercedes SL500. Now, I think this is a 2005 maybe. So this has already been converted to Silver's Neomax adjustable coilovers. That one still is on ABC. I feel the difference, of course, because I know what ABC feels like and I know what Silver's Neomax feels like, adjustable coilovers. This owner knows what ABC feels like, and he knows what Silver's Neomax feels like. You see, this is his third SL. He had an SL years ago, sold it, bought a Porsche, sold the Porsche, bought another SL, the one right here that I'm driving. Then, because I'm selling that one, he wanted one with a little bit more power, a little bit newer, a little fresher, even though this one only has 50-something thousand miles on it. This is a low mileage example. That has 60,000, but it's an 08, so it's the facelift, has the different engine, a little bit more horsepower, 7-speed transmission. So it's a little different. And it's also the nice color combination that he likes, the dark blue with the black interior. So he's very familiar with SL, and guess what? Both of his vehicles, this one that I'm driving and the previous SL, did not have ABC issues. It was a perfect working ABC. But he changed it out because he already knew that it was inevitable that ABC is going to fail. Oh, SLK, that's cute. So he's being proactive in bulletproofing his vehicles so that he doesn't have to worry about ABC failing down the road. Now, again, ABC is not absolutely perfect, but it is a great suspension. Guess what? Silver's Neomax is not perfect, but it's a great suspension. You feel the difference. You can soften the suspension up a little bit, but if it's too soft, then it bounces in the rear. So your dampening, you have to be careful of. But the spring rates is just right on these Silver's Neomax. The spring rate is very good, very good. And then the dampening settings allows you to dial it in the way you want it to be. So there is no absolutely perfect suspension. Even the best suspension has its weak points and its potential for failure, and it can be catastrophic, as I've said before, as many Mercedes SL owners have experienced. You have to determine what is best for you. For those of you who want to keep ABC, realize that it comes with a cost, It comes with inconvenience. It comes with stress. That is the reality of ABC. Those of you who try to belittle coilovers, I get it, because before I was experienced with coilovers, I probably laughed at coilovers because I didn't understand coilovers. But the more you understand something, the better perspective you develop, because now you have education behind your feelings, right? When you're ignorant, you just say what you think, even though it hasn't been proven. It might be speculation, it might be rumors, it might just be a theory, but until you actually know, you don't know. Well, for those of you who have experienced both, you know. And you know what you like. Everyone is not going to like adjustable coilovers. Some people will love ABC until the day they die. I get that. Especially when they have a vehicle that's so advanced as the SL is and was. You want to keep everything original. And man, listen, I get it. I get it. It's a pride thing. You feel like it's a Mercedes, it should be treated like a Mercedes, it should be maintained like a Mercedes as the day it was purchased. And the money is not a question. Whatever it takes to maintain it, you're willing to do it. And that's how some people view, life. It costs to floss, as they say, or it costs to be the boss, right? And that's a perspective. I get it. And I'm not arguing with you because I understand that. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but I understand it. My thing is this. Me, Brent Green, owner of Gold Element Autoworks, I have a lot of Mercedes. I don't just have an SL. I have CLs, I have S-Classes, I have GLs, I have G-Wagon, did I say S-Classes? I got a bunch of different S-Classes. So my perspective is going to be a little bit different because I have to maintain and take care of a lot of Mercedes. And so I make sure that my Mercedes are up and running in top-notch condition at all times. I do not enjoy failure. I want to be able to jump in my car and take off and go as far as I want to go without worrying about failure. So I'm going to do anything and everything I can to make sure that my car is not only reliable, but less prone to failure, but also comfortable. I'm not going to take a beautiful Mercedes, a German vehicle, and put some cheap stuff on there that's going to make it drive like a raggedy, cheaper car. No, you gotta understand. This car, from top to bottom, from inside and out, is a German vehicle that is fully advanced with great power, torque, acceleration, handling characteristics. I mean, maneuverability. This thing is incredible. The SL is one of my favorite handling cars. Do you think that I would put coilovers on my car if it made it drive like crap? Do you really think that I, Brandon Green, would put adjustable coilovers, Silver's Neo Max, on my SL if it drove like crap? Are you serious? Listen, man, I still have cars with ABC. Why am I still converting cars to Silver's Neo Max adjustable coilovers? You think it's just for profit? Don't you understand that I have to deal with these customers after the sale, after the service? Listen, my phone is always blown up. I'm always getting text messages, emails, inboxes. They're always in my DMs, sliding all in my DMs. And guess what? It's because I provide good service and also good advice, and they're thanking me, or they have questions, or I'm helping them along with the process, or whatever the case being. Look at my reviews. I don't have negative reviews. Google Gold Element Autoworks LLC. You'll see what I'm saying. People are happy with these adjustable coilovers. Why? Because they work. Listen, I'm not going to screw over people just for money. I'm not like that. I actually care about people. I actually care about my business. I actually care about myself. I care about my family. I care about my reputation. Look at that. So, again, I take care of my customers and they take care of me. This gentleman here, do you think he'll still deal with me if I was messing his cars up with these adjustable coilovers? Nah. Matter of fact, he's going to convert that one eventually. You see, that's what I do. And that's why customers love me. Okay, he's in the car now. So what do you think about the difference of that with ABC versus this with adjustable coilovers?
I can't feel a difference. If it is, it's very minute.
Okay.
Maybe it takes somebody with a little bit more experience than me, but you know, the ride's more enjoyable. You know, in both cars, that one, the road is a little more sensitive, but it's not harder. And that would be the best way I could describe it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is your second car, the second SL that you converted to adjustable coilovers.
Yes.
You said with this one, you're going to keep it ABC for a while. Down the road, you'll do that to bulletproof it to make sure you don't have to worry about failure.
Right.
Because failure is inevitable.
Yes.
But this is going to allow you to see the difference. You didn't have issues with this one with the ABC, but you decided to do it anyways.
Yes.
But now you have the opportunity, privilege, to be able to enjoy both.
Exactly.
And see the difference, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so this is what I constantly try to tell everybody is that most people who love ABC, there's not a big difference when you convert it.
Not at all. Especially when you get in them back to back.
Yeah.
You know, excuse me, that's when you can really tell if there's a difference or not.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, the one with ABC is a little smoother. It's not quite as road sensitive as the one with coilovers, you know,
Yeah.
because you don't have that hydraulic suspension that, you know, that can kind of
Absorb it a little
absorb
bit
the
better,
lift.
keep
Right.
it flat.
Right.
Right.
But other than that, man, the ride, the handling is pretty much the same.
Yeah, yeah. It handles very well, man.
Gotta get my phone.
Oh, yeah. And what about the garage door? You want to close that too?
Well, no, that's there. As bad as
Oh,
already closed.
okay. I got
Yeah,
you.
but hey, don't give up. I do that shit sometimes too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I left my garage door open.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. So what we're going to do, we're just swapping them out. Like I brought him home, or I followed him home, and then he's going to jump in this and take me back home. So that's the point, you know. There is a difference, but it's not so noticeable that you hate coilovers. You love ABC, you'll still like coilovers. And so that's the point. So I'm going to go ahead and get him back home safe, and I'm glad you were able to watch that part of the video. All right, we are back at my home. And as usual, good doing business. Always good doing business with good people. All right. So, thank you.
Thank you, Bubba.
All right, enjoy. And let me know when those parts come in and we'll do the rest of it.
Okay, we'll do it.
Okay, you're looking good, man.
All right.
All right.
Hey, as I say for an old dude.
You take care, man.
All right, Brandon, thank you.
Yes, sir. Just showed up to the crib. This car looks familiar. Oh, that's right. I just sold it to him. So what he wants me to do is to put a spoiler on the trunk, the lid, and also we're going to change out that brake light to the clear. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on how to do it because there's some little bit of involved work. The spoiler is not. That's just 3M double-sided tape. He's going with the carbon fiber, the duck wheel, so that's gonna be cool. And then the brake light, you simply drop the liner. Come on back some more. Come on back. You drop the interior lining of the trunk. Some more. There we go. All right, so this has the automatic. It's a 2008, I think. All right. So I'm gonna drop all this, and then get inside there. 10mm nuts, a little bit of precision. There might be some 8mm nuts in there too. I can't remember, but all this has to come down, and then you'll see. All right.
Here's that.
All right. Thank you. Time to get the blood, sweat, and tears. We got it together.
Got it together.
So there goes the carbon fiber, the duckbill spoilers. Beautiful, very beautiful. Looks real nice on this dark blue that looks black. Once the sun starts to go down, the car looks black, but it's a nice accent. And then of course the clear
Yeah.
brake light right there. complements these right here.
Yeah.
And it just looks very modern, fresh, new. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful. And then of course, you know, the wheels, they help out a little bit. Nah, man, look at these things. This car is absolutely beautiful. From how it was when I sold it to where it is now, wow, what a difference. What a difference.
Change the front grill. Although I like this grill.
Oh yeah.
Because it's got the gray and the chrome. But let me show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah, show me what you ordered.
The way I'm gonna show you what I had to do to tighten it down, you know, to get it so that the wheel wouldn't flop until the part come in. See? Because all of these pins are gone.
This breaks
all the time. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, so what
man.
I did was trying to get that as a wedge.
To give it some type of tension. Yeah,
and that's tight on this side, so I will, you know,
so that,
trim that down. That kind of holds that there, and this kind of holds that, you know, until the other grill comes in.
Yep, I bet you if I look at that one up there, it's broken.
Right,
Almost everyone. One time I was working on a coilover conversion, and I leaned like this on something, man, the whole thing broke.
And you heard something snap?
This like like 3 of them broke off.
Yeah.
It was a different style where it had more, and they just started snapping. It's just brittle with the heat, because you know.
Yeah, because the 05, because the 05 has 4 slots.
Yep, and I broke like 2 of them, man. I said, oh God. It was the AMG, as a matter of fact. It was the customers. And then I went to my storage, and I had another one, AMG one, but it was slightly different silver. It wasn't the brilliant silver, so I just gave it to him. I installed it and apologized, like, man, I don't know. So, but yeah, they're very brittle.
Okay, now I'll tell you something I did to show. I was coming back from, I went up to the outlet up in Washington Courthouse, right?
Okay.
I'm coming back, headwind is strong as hell. I'm doing about 75.
Uh-oh.
No, red light, come on for the hood. You know, where the wind was getting up there, you know, before it was locked down. But I didn't know that. It scared the hell out of me.
I know it did.
Like, what the hell?
Did that thing pop up, man?
Yeah, you know, so I pulled over. As I was pulling over, the light went out.
Yeah.
Then I got back on.
Yeah.
It was out.
Yeah.
Till I got back to about 75. But then the wind had died down, so it never came back on. So that just tells me that that's just a warning thing. You know, that your roof is, I mean, your stuff is not closed. When that first come, I'm like, yeah, as heavy as this shit is, what, that pops up?
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Your windshield would be gone.
Yeah.
But thankfully, Mercedes was smart, where even if you didn't slam it all the way, it catches.
It catches. Yeah,
it catches. Thank God. Yeah. Because other car manufacturers back in the day,
that
you'd crash windshield.
Yeah,
man, it'd be tragic. So, yeah, man. So how fast did you get this thing up to, man?
At about 85. See, this is a little crack I was talking about, right?
All right.
Right in there. But you know, so we'll have him take that off, and you know, maybe he might put a metal piece in there. Or what I'm thinking, take this off and then put a fiberglass patches.
Yeah, he can do that from the inside.
Yeah. You know, take this out from the inside, put a fiberglass patch in there, and that'll probably hold it.
Yeah, because they have a really crazy hard bumper or plastic glue. It's a 2-part glue. It hardens in like 15 seconds.
Okay.
You mix it, put it up under there. I would like build it up inside of there.
Yeah.
For future impact, so it wouldn't do any more damage. And then like
and then put the fiberglass on the inside. Yeah.
And then you would
because that crack and not even notice, especially if it's tight.
Yeah, you
like
don't see
that.
it.
When it's tight, you don't see it. So that'll be the way to go.
Yeah. You can just do it like that.
Yeah.
Or you can actually create a groove, fill it in, sand it down, and then paint it and do a blend job. And that's the most extensive way to repair it.
And that might be what he might do, since that's what he does for a living. You know,
it's
he's
gonna be off anyways.
Yeah.
Yep, it's gonna be off anyway, so you might as well do it thoroughly. Just build it up inside of there to take more impact, in case, because that's what oftentimes happens, man. Everybody's bumper that comes through here almost is cracked. Yep. Especially how the suspension fails. This one hasn't, but it's already low anyways. Like on curves, when you pull up to a shopping mall or something, that curb, that concrete thing right there, the barrier, man.
Bump it, You know, so other than getting the coilover conversion, I don't think anything else we need to do to it. So, so we'll wait until say I put it in the garage and see 1 or 2 drops of hydraulic fluid, then we'll know what it is. Then like, all right, man. Schedule me.
Let's go ahead and get it in. And what did you say again about the coilover conversion? You said once you soften the dampening on the other SL with the coilover conversion, It felt very close.
Yeah, look, I think you originally had it at what, like
21 in the front and
okay, 21 and
17, 18 in the back.
Because
Yep.
it was 3 different.
Yep.
Okay, I would say right now I got about 18 in the front and 15 in the rear. And it feels just that, you know, not quite as soft as this, but it's a noticeable difference from where it was.
Okay.
You know, and it almost gives you the same ride feel for
Okay.
me. You
Yeah.
know. So
Okay.
I said, you know, I would just mess around with it. Okay, I said, let me, you know, because I did it one at a time, you know.
Yeah.
I went down, you know, from 21 to, you know, to 20.
Yeah, just
then
subtle.
19, yeah, and gradually do it, see if I could feel the difference. Then,
Yeah, it's very subtle.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
And when I got it at, you know, at down to 18
Yeah.
and 15, it was like, okay, that's
Yeah. It's a sweet spot. Like,
yeah, it's a sweet.
and as
spot.
it breaks in,
Yeah.
you adjust it, you get it
Yeah,
just
you know,
right.
And
you
it
know.
depends on the individual, you know, for what do you want to feel.
Yep. Because mine's been adjusted, or mine's been installed for probably 3 years or so, 4 years, and I still go in every now and then, like, you know what, I want a little softer.
Yeah.
Or if I'm like, I want a little harder. Like I play around with it how I want it, you know.
A little more, yeah.
Depending on what I was driving before, or what before I jumped into that, or just how I feel or how I'm driving that day.
Yeah.
If I'm driving crazy and aggressive, I want that nice firm.
you want it
Well,
lower.
yeah, I want it hard, you know. So it all depends.
Yeah.
You know, it's good that you can just make
that
adjustments.
adjustment.
It's not ABC where you just press a button, but
Right.
it's a good alternative for reliability.
Yes, it is.
You know, it's a good feel. So,
Yep.
yep. I just wanted to record that part. All right. Well, yeah, man. Appreciate you as usual.
All right. Thank you, partner. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
I'll do it.
The car looks black right now. That's the uniqueness of that color, man. Beautiful. Well, you're looking good, man. Take care, bro.
Thank you, partner.
Yes, sir. All right, another satisfied customer. He is one of my favorite customers. He always comes through, and I cut him a deal, and he still takes care of me. I love it. Good business. Yep, I'm always here for him if you need me. All right. You too.